attack, and we can go this into special 2. That was a big special 2. Alright, so that makes sense. He's fun, but he's like Domino on crack when it comes to RNG. Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So we are back here today with the video I've been wanting to make for a very, very long time now. I've never had the opportunity before to play around with Platinumpool, so I'm going to do that live on video with you guys today. I've spent a decent amount of time now, over the past like 15 minutes or so, just reading through this guy's abilities multiple times. Because at first, I thought that Platinumpool would be pretty crazy as a horseman, but then I saw something right here, the last line of this big box. Drawing cards is not affected by ability, accuracy, modification. Okay, because one of the big abilities of being a horseman is increased ability, offensive ability accuracy, right? Now I was reading through it, and I also noticed when knocked down, he has a 25% chance to draw a card when he's knocked down, okay? So that's more of a defensive ability, and it's not affected by what's-his-face, by Apocalypse, okay? So there's also all these special cards down here, and one that I was very interested in is Throwing Fists. Gain up to 200% increased special attack damage, blah, 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 kind of like Star-Lord, okay? And also every 15 hits, gain an unblockable buff for 3 seconds. So if you bring Star-Lord along, you get a higher percent chance to draw that card. So I was thinking, you know, if I bring Star-Lord and I make him a horseman, he'll get this one a lot more often. But then I saw that, you know, line of text that was like, it doesn't affect it. So maybe he won't be the best horseman as I thought, but I'll still go bleed immune, and I'll have 50% prowess, which is really good because I feel like his special attack damage could potentially go a lot higher when you spam the heavy attacks here when landing the first hit. You're going to prowess buff, increase special attack damage by 25% for 10 seconds. So we're going to spam some heavies. We're going to try this guy out, and who knows, man? Maybe he'll be really good. Maybe there's something in him that's very, very useful. We have a pretty cool team here. We have the, you know, standard Apocalypse Cable, and then we have Platinumpool, and then I have Spider-Ham on my account to, you know, test him out, and also Star-Lord. And what Spider-Ham does here is a pretty decent synergy here. What is it? It is gain an indefinite Fury buff whenever a debuff expires on the opponent, increasing attack rating by 10%, stacking up to 10 times. So after 10 parries, let's just say, right? After 10 parries, we're pretty much going to have plus 100% attack. So you combine that with the 50% prowess from Apocalypse, and also you could probably, I would say, stack 1, 2, or 3 of those heavy attack prowesses. We're looking at plus 100% attack damage, and plus, let's just call it 100 to 150% prowess, and also at the same time, there's going to be a percent chance to gain that Throwing Fist card, which is going to significantly increase our attack damage as well. So I'm thinking that we could possibly get some good damage out of this guy with this attacking team. So let's go ahead and check it out now. So right off the bat, we're going to go for a heavy attack, and we see a prowess buff there. All right, and we already got that Fury buff, so that's very, very nice. There we go. We got 2 stacked up. And yeah, man, so far we're hitting okay. Let's go for a special 1. We got a bleed going. All right, it looks like a pretty long bleed, which is nice. We have 4 of those Fury buffs up now, so that's definitely nice. I believe we're unblockable now because every 15 hits. That's nice. That's nice to have. All right, so I believe we gain 3 cards at the beginning of the fight. That blue one, I have a feeling that's the Throwing Fist cards. I do not know what all the cards look like, but I do know that the special 2, if we can do our full dance, we can gain a card after the dance. But if we get interrupted, alright, it looks like we gained a card, but now we have 7 Fury buffs. This guy is very confusing to play. There are a lot of icons going on. We lost our combo, which is unfortunate, but now we're about to have 80% attack from that Fury. I accidentally dashed in there. I meant to parry that. That's alright. Let's see here. We'll go for a reparry, go for a heavy attack again, get that prowess. One more parry here, and now we should have the full attack damage. Let's go for a special 1 to get a big old bleed on this guy. Now I want to build up to a special 2. Because if he has a bleed on him and we throw the special 2, I believe the first part of it will stun him, and that should let us finish off the special 2 dance to give us the, the next card. Okay, so let's see here. Go for a parry, boom. Yep, he's now stunned, and we're doing our dance. Yep, There we go. So if you go special 1 into special 2, it looks like our attack damage could start getting a little high, all right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to stop worrying about the cards, and we're going to start building up some prowess, okay? Because we have plus 100% attack from the Furies, and now we're going to chain these heavy attacks in the corner. Can we do that? We can. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a parry. And we're gonna go for 3 heavy attacks. 1, 2, unblockable. All right, not too bad. It was about 40k, and now we have a regeneration buff as well going on. Not entirely sure what that's about. Let's go for a special 1. Get a bleed. That was a pretty decent special 1. All right, right off the bat, this guy is feeling very interesting to play. So our attack damage, it's scaling okay. Our crits are hitting, you know, kind of okay. I believe, if we pause the game here, throwing fists, we do have it, that's the blue one. So that's prowess scales with the combo meter. Okay, so it's not like a Star-Lord basic attack combo. So that's what I was misunderstanding there. So essentially, all that's going to matter is the prowess. So if we go for 1 more prowess here, we can go for maybe 1 more heavy attack before he throws that, you know, what do you call it, the special attack, and we can go this into special 2. That was a big special 2. All right, so that makes sense. Yeah, that was, let's go ahead and go for Captain Marvel next. All right, so we got a stun here. And we gained the Brown Pants card. I believe the Brown Pants card, let's see. Brown Pants, passive, reduced block proficiency, perfect block, critical rating, and power rate. How embarrassing. That is a very weird ability, and I'm not sure why it's even in the game. Okay, so we ended that fight at a much higher percent health. 90% health. Which is good. You know, I'm not seeing anything too special with this guy yet. But let's bring him in to, like, I don't even know where I want to test this guy. I'm going to think about it for a second, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so I just don't know what to make of this guy yet. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring him up against, you know, the usual testing grounds for, you know, not the best champions. Because he was hitting, you know, some damage for sure against Winter Soldier. But then against Captain Marvel, he seemed like a very average champion to me with some very wacky abilities. So hopefully, hopefully we can draw that card that we want in the beginning of the fight here. But we did not draw the card that we want. One way to draw a card as well is to get knocked down. So we're going to go ahead and just bait out a heavy attack here and just hopefully get knocked down. We didn't get knocked down because we're a Horseman, so that's lucky. Okay, so we're going to try and get knocked down one more time here. And we got a regeneration buff, but there's a 25% chance only. Let's do it again. And we didn't get it again. Okay, so that was odd. That was, you know, not the most impressive showcase. Of course, I was trying to just gain his cards, draw his cards by being knocked down, because as you can see in here, 25% chance when knocked down to draw a card. So we're going to go back in here. We're going to hopefully draw the card that we want. And let's see. I don't believe that we did. But we're also... Are we hitting harder? We're not. We're gaining a lot of power. So let's go for a special 2. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, that... See, this guy... He's wacky to me because... He's gaining a lot of regeneration buffs, bunch of power gain buffs. There is a cycling sort of passive buff there on the top that's giving me regen and power gain, and we're hitting okay, and he's doing... Now we have a payback, whatever that means. Let's go for a special 1 here. That was a big special 1. Okay. We have a regeneration buff going to offset the recoil damage. Let's go for another special 1. Yeah, let's stack some of those bleeds. The bleeds are ticking kind of okay here. If we can go for some heavy spam in the corner, that'd be nice. 1, 2, and then into special 1 for a nice 30k finish. All right, so he did very well in that fight. Let's move on, because I'm not loving the idea that you go into the fight and then there's a percent chance he's very good or a percent chance he's kind of useless. I feel like that's how he is on defense right now, and I don't love it. So I got Blood Drive here. I believe what Blood Drive does is inflicts a bleed debuff on bleeding opponents when Platinumpool is lower health percent than his opponent. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to eat a special one to the face. Because it doesn't do too much damage, but it'll drop us down a good bit. Alright, so let's eat a special one. If he wants to throw it, I mean, come on. There we go. So let's take one more combo. There we go. So now at this point, we're going to go for a special one. And all of our hits should put on more bleeds. Yes. Now, I don't believe these bleeds are revolutionary bleeds. They're not doing too much damage, but they are stacking quite a bit. And now they're starting to stack very nicely. We should not survive that. Great. Okay. So I don't love how the Blood Drive card, I need to be at a lower percent health than the opponent to stack those bleeds. I don't love that. That's a weird ability for me, because as soon as the bleeds start doing a lot of damage, unless you're below 50% health, kind of useless. So we got our Throwing Fist cards, finally. It took about 5 fights here to get it, but let's see what the special one does. About 13k, that's not too good, but we did finish our, but look at all these power gain boosts now. Alright, so we're getting a lot of power gain here. That is really insane power. Can we finish off the dance? We can. Yeah, see? And did we get a second rare card? I believe we did. So we have Sumo Pool. Become unstoppable against the last hit of incoming Special 1, Special 2, or heavy attacks while either champion has a Fury effect, gain a Fury while in either corner. Alright, so we're going to try and keep this guy in the corner now. We'll have to bait out a Special 2, I believe. Maybe we can just go balls to the wall here, go for a Special 2. 70k Special 2. I mean, here's the thing with this guy. When he's really good, he's really good. But when he's really bad, he's really bad. I feel like you can almost say that about any champion, but when it comes to champions that are so RNG dependent, like Platinumpool, I just don't know. He's fun, but he's like Domino on crack when it comes to RNG. So heal boost, special attack boost. Let's read these. Increase special attack damage. Passive, increased regeneration rate. Okay. So the regeneration rate, it looks like we're healing a lot from the suicide masteries right now. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's definitely not too bad. Let's try to get to a Special 2 here so that we can do the dance. Can we do the dance? We cannot do the dance. Now she's going to knock me down, and this is going to kill me. So let's just restart this fight here. Oh boy. Alright. So let's see. We gained 3 cards. We got, it looks like 2 Throwing Fist, which is what we want. Special attack boost, which is nice, and payback. Payback. Don't get attacked for a duration to trigger payback. Regenerate all damage dealt while payback was active and reflect as a bleed debuff. Okay, let's try taking some hits. Come on. Yeah, that's... Alright, so now, if that goes away, that should do a lot of bleed damage? No? Why did I take all those hits? And now we get the Brown Pants card. I'm getting very confused here playing. Payback is up again. Okay, payback says, don't get attacked for a duration to trigger payback. Alright, it triggered. Regenerate all damage dealt while payback was active, and reflect as a bleed debuff. Am I supposed to hit her? I don't see a bleed debuff. I don't... There's a bleed debuff. So I'm supposed to hit her? Let's see. Alright, so payback is active. I'm hitting her. And is there another one? Okay, okay. So we took a lot of hits, and meanwhile, we were supposed to hit her. Alright, so now there should be a third bleed popping up in just a second here. And there wasn't. Guys, I'm confused. I'm just confused because I don't understand. 73k special 2 is certainly not too bad, and maybe if we can get a parry off, we could possibly finish with a special 1 here. 1% health, she survived that. The bleed was ticking her down. But yeah, alright, I think we're gonna quit out of this quest here and try, I don't know, something else. Let's try something else for sure. Alright, so we've arrived at one of my typical Horseman testing places, which is Thor in 6.4.1 with Biohazard and Nanoplague and Tunnel Vision, right? So we have the Horseman of the Apocalypse thing selected, and at this point, I kind of understand the whole shtick with Platinumpool. It's you enter the fight, and maybe he does good, and maybe he doesn't, alright? So it really depends on the cards that you draw at the beginning of the fight. So here we drew Blood Drive, and my issue with Blood Drive, I'm going to try to gain poisons actually so that my health goes down. So that's how I'm going to do this. I want to lower my health a bit with poisons, and I'm going to back off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the special 1, get a bleed, and now every time I hit him, we should do bleed damage. Now here's the deal. Here's the deal. The bleed damage is going to start to really pick up over time. However, once I get below 30% health, it's going to stop. So my thing here is, how useful is this ability actually once I get below my health? Because now I'm going to stop stacking those bleeds. But we're doing a lot of bleed damage. The only issue with it is I had to drop down a lot of health to do this damage. So that fight was very effective. We killed Thor very effectively. However, at the beginning of the fight, we had to intentionally take poison debuffs so that we would drop down to 30% health. Not too sure how I feel about that. But let's jump in against this Spider-Man here. If we draw that same card, that might be pretty useful because we're at a low health. So we definitely didn't. We got stun boost, and we got attack bonus. 2 attack bonuses, which is always nice. Stun boost, increase the duration of stun debuffs on opponent, and reduce them on Platinumpool. So that's like a big old perfect block chance here. So that's nice, especially against Stealth Spidey here, who's going to evade as much as he does. But that's, you know, it lets him get through the fight, but it's nothing really special here. The attack boost is probably nice. Let's see what the special 2 does. It did a decent thing there. We got now a prowess, increase the prowess effect. That's not too bad, man. Just bait out the special 2 here, and the Spider-Ham synergy is doing alright, because every time that prowess goes away, we're gaining the Fury buff. But at this point, man, let's go for a special 1. We got a little bleed on him here. Actually, it's a pretty nice bleed. Does a couple thousand. But, you know, I don't know, man. This is like, we didn't draw any fun cards in this fight. And can Platinumpool get through this Biohazard fight as a Horseman? I absolutely think that he can, actually, without any issues at all. And our attack damage is nice, because we have all the Furies, and we also have, what do you call it? Nice. And we have the Prowess card as well. But compared to like the Thor fight where we had a fun way to kill the opponent, this just gave us, you know, a way to kill the opponent. So what I want to do is I want to get a stun and go right into special 2, and that should let us finish our dance. Just about. It did not let us finish it. It's annoying, man. So there's something about having to finish the dance 100% all the way, gaining a card, I don't love, because unless you do special 1 first, you're not really going to be able to realistically finish that dance reliably 100% of the time. We'll go right into it. Let's see if maybe this time we do. No, see, we can't because they come right in. Even with the increased stun duration there. he's frustrating to play because if we draw cards that we like, that are useful, that are fun, he's a fun time. If we don't, he's, I don't know. Now we have Throwing Fist, which is what we like to get. This is what we brought Star-Lord for, but I hit into his block, and now we have the poison debuff, so that's lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to do parry heavy up to his special 2 and see what the damage is like, alright? Let's see what this does. Not too bad. He let us finish our dance, though, which gives us power, so that's, that's nice. Alright, let's see. Heavy into this, and a nice 60k special too. That's what I'm talking about. This right here, the difference between the first Rocket Raccoon fight and the second one is my issue with Platinumpool, because he is a fun champion when you draw the correct cards, but when you don't, you're probably not going to have the best time. And that kind of is the same thing on defense, because if, you know, he draws annoying cards defensively, you're probably not going to have a fun time if you're not using a proper counter. But if he draws dud cards like attack bonus, well, congratulations. You're probably going to have a very easy fight against a mutant. Regular old Deadpool, right? With less regeneration. So, is Platinumpool a fun champion? I think he can be. Depending on RNG. I don't see myself ranking this guy up in the future just because of how RNG dependent he is. Is he cool? Yeah. Is he nice to have? Sure. I'm missing one piece from him on my live account. I'm excited to get him, but don't think he'll really go above rank 2 for the time being. But anyway, my dudes, you know, that was my first time really playing with Platinumpool. Those were my extensive first impressions. He doesn't get too much from being a horseman, unfortunately. And I feel like he's fun to play. But I think it's a good thing that quite a pay-to-get champion like Platinumpool isn't like the next best champion in the game. I do think it's a good thing, actually, that he's not like groundbreaking must-have champion, to be entirely honest. But yeah, he's fun. He's fun. He's definitely not a meta-defining champion. If you think I'm missing anything with Platinumpool, let me know in the comment section below. But to me, he's a bit of an RNG Fiesta. And I don't love RNG Fiestas. But anyway, my dudes, that's going to be it for this Horseman video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about Platinumpool in general in the comment section below. And subscribe if you want to see some more content coming to you very, very soon. Be seeing you around.